Good evening and welcome to the Beaver News. I'm Kiana Hatch.
And I'm Kamelyn Bovinette. We're so happy you could join us this evening. The Black Cultural Center is under construction right now on Monroe Street. In anticipation of the building being finished, the Black Student Union had a block party to spread the word and get people excited for the new building. We have Marvin Lewis and Justin Matthews with the story.
Great success. We were happy with the turnout. We had more attendees than we thought would be there. We had President Ed Rake stop by, and Sean Scoble, and Dean Larry Rogers, and a bunch of other OSU faculty and students in the Corvallis community in general. And then it was just a big entertainment night. We had a DJ, a cotton candy machine, a bouncy inflatable that held adults, and then free food. And students were allowed to go and tour the site of our new building and see like the progress and the whole process of it all. So it was a great success. It was awesome to see. We can hold our own events that we host every year, and we don't have to like, go to the MU or any other large spaces. So it's cool to have our own home and host our own events. And there's also going to be a study space, which is for students. You can come and do homework, and we'll have tutoring sessions every day that's free to any student. We also have a state-of-the-art kitchen, which is brand new, and students can come on campus and cook their food and eat at dinner there, whatever they want. It's kind of home away from home, so we want people to feel welcome and want to come to our center and enjoy their time. Okay, so we're working closely with Anderson Construction, and they're giving us a whole detailed list of when things are going to be done by. So our final inspection is February 26th. 2015, and they're expected to move in spring break. We have a domestic violence event that will be held on November 13th in the MU Lounge. We have a pre-Kwanzaa event. This is our biggest event all year, and it'll be held in the MU Ballroom, and that is November 19th. And then we have a More Money, More Problems event that focuses on the financial inequalities of the Black community. That'll be held November 25th, and as of now, we're working with organizations and other cultural resource centers to plan events for our Black History Month that's in February. So we're temporarily in Snell Hall 422, and we encourage all students to come by, and if they need help with homework and computer lab, printing, whatever they need. We encourage them to come by, and yeah. For more information, you can follow us on Facebook, which is Oregon State University Black Cultural Center, or on Twitter, which is @BCCOSU.
What could you find making a ruckus in Research Stadium this last weekend? I'll give you a hint. It wasn't the football team. Marvin Lewis has the story.
Oregon State hosted a hip-hop festival over this past weekend to showcase hip-hop music and culture. It was an all-day event open to the public, where people who enjoy hip-hop were able to come together as a group and share interests. The event included an academic symposium and a concert. The symposium highlighted the role of hip-hop in international culture and history. Female rapper MC Lyte and rapper Lil Flip made an appearance, as well as Portland-based rapper Illmaculate and Los Angeles-based producer Mike Gow. Anyone who attended the symposium had a chance to participate in different workshops such as beat making, music technology, and graffiti. These workshops were led by OSU music instructors and graffiti artists Cujo Rock and Kango Kid. It was a good event for everyone, and the Hip Hop Student Association hopes to have more events like this soon.
Local police are stepping up law enforcement on Oregon State's campus to make sure bikers and drivers are obeying traffic control signals. Following constant complaints and past problems of bikers on the road, Oregon State Police are educating students on how to properly follow bike laws. Enforcement will increase from 7 to 11 a.m. and 2 to 6 p.m. Wednesday and Friday around the MU, Valley Library, and Kerr.
After the break, find out what events took place in the Native American Longhouse this week. We'll be right back.
Teague Eddie Cardenas, Jason Love, Alex Vickery-Holland,
Laura Gordon,
Lisa Rosenthal.
We're here to answer any questions, escort students around.
We really just give them this sense of tradition. We help them register for classes.
A big part of being a START leader is showing students around OSU and helping them get a feel for what it's like when they're here at Oregon State.
We serve to help them make a more smooth and positive transition from high school life to college life and to everything involved with it.
Welcome back to the Beaver News. The Native American Longhouse hosted the Shaking Your Shells event in recognition of Queer History Month and its transition into Native Heritage Month. Reporter Megan Choi has the story.
Hi, I'm Megan Choi with Beaver News. We're at the Native American Longhouse covering the Shaking Our Shells event. Here's what it's all about.
In the age of flat screen TVs and 4-year-olds with cell phones, it's hard to keep it real, you know? It is so hard. But places like this, things like this are really easy, really convenient way for you to get a little glimpse of that, you know? Just a little taste of that, to remind you of who you come from.
Shaking Our Shells, Cherokee Two-Spirit Lives is an oral history performance. And what that means is that I interviewed people for oral histories, and then I play those people in transmitting those stories through this performance. For me, Shaking Our Shells is about representing ourselves as Two-Spirit people in a kind of public setting.
Yeah, I think first of all, it was an incredible performance. I had not seen it before, and I just corresponded a lot with Dr. Coley to get the ball rolling on bringing him here and having him do it for us. But I was really intrigued by the concept of intersecting identities. It's something I never really thought about before I started working here at the Native American Longhouse. Just how we identify in many different ways.
I'm Megan Choi reporting for Beaver News.
Oregon State University is acknowledged for many things, such as academics, athletics, but sex? The Trojan Condoms Company has ranked our school #1 in sexual health awareness for the first time in history. After taking a dip to the number 26 spot last year, OSU came back to claim the title from last year's winner, Princeton University. So what has OSU done to improve its ranking? I talk with Senior Instructor of Human Development and Family Sciences, Kathy Greaves.
The story is that Trojan Condom Company sponsors a research study every year where they look at 140 different universities around the country and rank order them on the quality of the sexual health on the campus, not in terms of how sexually healthy the students are, but in terms of access to information and education. And OSU just made #1. So we're on the top, and a lot of the things that contribute to that ranking is my column and the class and the outreach sessions, but also all the work that comes out of student health services in health promotion and health education.
Fall is in full swing here in Corvallis with heavy rain taking over the town. Will we see more rain this week, or will things clear up in time for Halloween? Find out when we return.
The umbrellas and rain boots have been out in full effect this week as there has been a run of gloomy weather. But what does the rest of the week have in store? Here is Ashley Harriger with your weekly forecast.
Hi, I'm Ashley Harriger reporting for KBVR News. We've had some pretty typical Corvallis weather this last week and don't expect the rain to be heading anywhere anytime soon. Here's why. This evening, we can expect a low of 48 with showers early on in the evening. Tomorrow, we're looking at a high of 59, accompanied by a 90% chance of rain all day, so don't put those rain boots away yet. We will also be experiencing some slight wind throughout the day. Friday night, we're going to be seeing that rain and wind carry into the evening as temperatures drop to about 49 degrees. This weekend, we're looking at a typical weekend in the Willamette Valley. Rain, rain, and more rain. Saturday, we will have a high of 58 and a low of 46 with a 90% chance of rain during the day. However, throughout the night, that rain will die off and we will be seeing winds reaching up to 16 miles per hour. Sunday, we're expecting rain showers in the morning and clouds throughout the day with a high of 62 and a low of 46. Heading into the second week of midterms, we're looking at low 60s and rain all week, with a high of 62 and a low of 49 on Monday, with scattered showers into the afternoon. Tuesday will be overcast with a high of 61 and a low of 47, with a chance of light rain throughout the day, continuing into the evening. And wrapping up our weather report is Wednesday, continuing the trend with a high of 60 and a low of 46, with a 60% chance of rain throughout the day. And I'm Ashley Harriger reporting for Beaver News.
Yeah, I can't believe how rainy it's been lately. It seems like just last week it was sunny and warm.
Yeah, you know, being from Southern California, I'm not quite adjusted to this bipolar weather yet.
Well, that's Oregon for you. Well, it's that time of the term again. Employers from around the state come together on our campus to help students in their future careers. Reporter Britt Chrysler takes us to the career fair.
OSU held their spring annual career fair where around 60 employers came to provide information to students looking for job opportunities and internships.
We're just trying to find some like-minded individuals that are strong ethical and moral backgrounds. We're really excited to give to the community and experience a little adventure.
Having more than 200 academic programs at OSU, employers have a wide variety of students to choose from. Employers said they were looking for OSU students who are leaders, self-motivated, and provide a positive representation of their brand.
We're a company that really loves to work with people. We care about our company, we care about what we're building. We also care about the people who work there. So someone who's engaged and really excited to work in our environment and cares about what we're building, that's kind of what we're looking for.
Yeah, I went last year and I was able to get an internship with Northwestern Mutual, and that was a really good experience. I'm hoping to find something similar.
The fair stayed busy all day and had hundreds of students finding job opportunities for not only the summer, but after graduation. This has been Brooke Chrysler with Beaver News.
When we come back, find out what students think about technology in the classroom. Also, we have the story on Sigma Chi's upcoming philanthropy. We'll be right back.
Do you think that technology in the classroom is a distraction, or does it benefit you? Ashley Donahue and I talk with OSU students to hear their answers.
I'm Ashley Donahue.
And I'm Kiana Hatch.
This is Questions on the Quad.
We're out here asking students their opinion on technology use in the classroom.
When it comes to the use of technology in classes, I think it's a good thing because it's kind of futuristic, it moves on. I always use a laptop to take notes. It's faster than writing. You can save so many notes without having to buy another notebook. It really helps me personally. I don't think it's disrespectful at all to the teacher. Maybe using a phone, but definitely not a laptop because a laptop is more obvious to take notes.
But I can see how it would be disrespectful, especially if you're the professor and you look up and everyone's looking down at their phone or looking over at their laptop. And
I think about technology in the classroom, I really think about how much more flexible they're becoming, and I think that majority of the time we are going to be taking notes on our computers, and the fact that most teachers are allowing that now is much more conventional and not just traditional. So I think that overall, I think that technology in the classroom, especially as a digital arts major, is really expanding, and it's very necessary for where education is going.
I think that there are a lot of pros and cons to using technology in the classroom, but for the most part, I think it's susceptible for allowing students to fall into distractions. I think professors use their jurisdiction over the classroom in a positive way to preventing students from using tablets and smartphones and laptops in the classroom, because it does provide a distraction for most students and it doesn't really allow for students to concentrate. It doesn't create an environment that's important for learning and paying attention to the key points in class.
I think technology is useful in the classroom when it is applicable. I have some pretty easy classes this term, and so I don't feel like I really need to use my laptop in class or my phone, really anything really, and so I just try to pay attention.
I think technology should be allowed in lectures,
It personally bothers me whenever I have a teacher that says, you can't use your phone in class, you can't use your laptop, please put it away. Because it's an important study tool and it helps keep you, it allows you to do what you need to do to get through the class.
When you have your laptop, maybe you have the notes open for your class and you're paying attention. I mean, yeah, the temptation is still there. Personally, I don't use technology during class. I prefer to just write it out on a notebook.
If you need to use it, then use it.
As far as using technology in the classroom, I really do feel it relates a lot back to respect. If you can find a way that you can use it while maintaining respect for your peers and the teacher, I see it as maybe okay, but that can be difficult because it can be distracting and you're here to learn, so it's really good to focus in on what they're trying to teach you, and it can be distracting. So overall, I think it's pretty hard, but minor uses, I think if you can get away with it where you can justify it respectfully, I feel like it's okay.
This has been Questions in the Quad. I'm Ashley Donahue.
And I'm Kiana Hatch with Beaver News.
You know, it's unfortunate that professors think that we're distracted on social media when we're using our laptops in class. I really appreciate being able to use my laptop because I don't think I'd be able to keep up with the lectures otherwise.
Yeah, that's true. I know a lot of students like taking notes on their laptop, but for me personally, I like using pen and paper. I seem to retain information better that way.
You know, they do say that you do retain information better. There have been studies done on that if you write it down. Yeah. Safe Ride is a student-run program that offers rides to students after dark, but this year they are new and improved with some recent additions. Safe Ride has expanded their hours to run from 6 p.m. to 3 a.m. 7 days a week. They allow up to 5 people now to ride from one location and serve a wider area of the city, including northern Corvallis and Philomath. But that's not all. They now have an app called Tap Ride, which allows you to locate yourself and choose a destination. Based off that information, you receive an estimate as to when your Safe Ride will arrive.
To raise money and awareness for cancer, Sigma Chi has their Derby Days philanthropy coming up. Bree Bauer and Madeline Lee have the story on how Greek life gives back.
This week, Sigma Chi has had their annual philanthropy, Derby Days, in order to raise awareness and raise money for the Dornbeckers Children's Hospital.
My name is Kyle Schaller. I'm the Derby Days Chair and Philanthropy Chair for Sigma Chi at Oregon State University. The purpose of Derby Days is to raise awareness and money for Dornbeckers Children's Hospital.
Derby Days.
Sigma Chi has been partaking in Derby Days since 1916. It started in at California, Berkeley.
There are 8 sororities competing in Derby Days this year.
Some of the events are House Mess Up, Flag Football, Pledge Idol, and dance of all the sorority girls.
People sign up through the panel they make through their sororities, but we also have a link online that we post on Facebook and other sites that alumni can post donations, and then other people's families can also post on there. We raise money for the Dornbeckers Children's Hospital, and it's a foundation that helps kids with cancer.
Yeah, this year we are including our alumni with our GoFundMe applications, and we are inviting the community to participate as well.
Last year our chapter raised $18,000 for Dornbeckers.
We have a really good relationship with Dornbeckers and something that we always, as a house, look forward to.
Last year, Sigma Chi raised $18,000 for Dornbeckers Children's Hospital. This year, they're including Oregon State students, alumni, and community members. They're looking for another successful year. This has been Madeline Lee and Bree Bauer with Oregon State's Beaver News.
What can we expect this year from the women's basketball team? Find out when we return. The women's basketball team had a great run to the NCAA tournament last season and have even bigger hopes for this upcoming season. But how did they turn their program around over these last few years? And what can we expect to see this year? We sent Hannah Seaman out to get a player's answer to these questions.
What's up, guys? I'm Hannah Seaman here with Sam Signer inside of the women's basketball practice facility. How you doing, Sam?
I'm doing well and super excited to have you guys here.
Oh, thanks. Us too. So you're from Albany. Now you're playing basketball here at Oregon State. Was it meant to be? Can you tell me about that journey?
Well, funny story. Originally, when I first started getting recruited by Oregon State, I wasn't interested in them at all. But Coach Ruick won me over, and I'm super excited that I made the decision that I did and glad to be here.
Awesome. 3 years here. Coach Ruick has only been here for 4, but has seemed to turn around the team from seemingly obliteration about 4.5 years ago. Tell me what he has done to this program.
Yeah, so when he first got here, they actually had open tryouts, which was crazy. And since then, he's just recruited top-notch people that we all get along with. And I think that's been the key to his success is our team is so close and tight, and that's what allows us to play together and win games eventually.
I've heard many things about the women's basketball team, you guys being so close. Tell me about that sort of atmosphere. Does it help you win games?
Of course. So obviously we're close on the court, but also off the court. I'd say we probably eat dinner with each other 5 nights a week, and then we're hanging out on the weekends and everything. And so it's just like really an extended family, and it goes beyond the court, which I think is very important.
Back to last season, you guys were an 8 seed in the NCAA tournament, finished 3 in the Pac-12. What are you guys' hopes for this coming season?
Obviously, we hope that we can build off of what success we had last year and try to make it even further into the NCAA tournament and eventually to the Final Four and on to a national championship. So we just start some practice, taking it one practice at a time and executing.
At the beginning of the season, you guys had a couple hard road games. Is it harder to play on the road? Do you guys obviously prefer to play at home? How do you prep for that sort of on the road situation?
Yeah, playing on the road is definitely different because you're in a more hostile environment, I guess you can say, and obviously travel takes a little bit out of you. But I'd say we prepare pretty much the same as far as scouting reports go, and I think we all like the challenge of winning on the road because it means so much more, you know, when you don't have your awesome fan base behind you supporting you.
Well, I look forward to seeing you play this season. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
The Lady Beavers have their exhibition game against Western Oregon on November 9th here in Corvallis and play their first official game of the season later that week against Portland State on November 14th. Well, thanks for joining us. That's all the time we have for you. I'm Kiana Hatch.
And I'm Kamelyn Bovinette for more Beaver news. But don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and watch us on YouTube. Thanks and have a great night, everyone.